Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video, I will be explaining about fusion welding. In earlier videos, I have discussed about what is welding and what are the types of welding. So, let's now discuss about fusion welding. So, what is fusion welding? Fusion welding is a non-pressure welding process where we join two metal pieces or two parent metal by melting them with the help of heat energy and wait till solidification, and we get the weldment or welding joint. So fusion welding is a process of joining two pieces of metal by melting their edges and allowing them to fuse together, that is mix together. So in this process we get the welding done by the process of fusion welding. Here we use filler metal. If need, then we use filler metal to fill the gap. So fusion welding can be in two types: the energy generated from electric or energy generated from gas. The energy is generally heat energy. So heat is supplied by electric arc or gas flame, laser or electron beam, etc. In these processes we get the heat energy. Metals are heated above their melting point. We heat the metal to their melting point, above their melting point. If we don't melt the metal, then the joining will be very weak. So if we melt the metal, then wait for mixing and we get a strong solid welding joint. So this is the figure of fusion welding process. Here we can see this is metal plate 1 and this is metal plate 2. These are the two parent metals, and this is filler rod and this is arc heat. This portion is getting heated. This is the flame. This is the flame, and this flame provides us the heat energy. The flame heated the parent metals and melt to their melting point, and after fuse and it mixes with these two metals and with the filler rod, and after solidification we get the welding joint, a very strong welding joint. So this is fusion welding process. So what are the examples of fusion welding process? These are few examples of fusion welding process. First one is arc welding, second one is gas welding, third one is laser welding, and fourth one is electron beam welding. These are the main fusion welding process where we fuse the metal with the help of heat energy and wait till the solidification. Here we don't apply any kind of pressure. So this is called non-pressure welding. So these are the characteristics of fusion welding process. What we are doing? We are heating. Heat is intense and localized. We are heating to a localized portion. Metals actually melt and join very strong bonds. Here we get very strong bond. I have told earlier that when we melt the metal mixes with each other and we get a strong bond. No pressure is needed. So that's why this is called non-pressure welding process, and can join thick as well as thin metals. We can join both thick and thin metals in fusion welding process. What are the advantages of fusion welding process? We get too many advantages. First is produce a strong and permanent joint, can join different shapes and thicknesses of metals, suitable for mass production, portable equipment is available, arc welding machine, gas welding setup. So we are getting different kind of advantages. So there are few disadvantages. What are those? These are require skilled welder. So if we are doing fusion welding process, then we need skilled worker or skilled welder. Can cause distortion due to high heat. We are heating both parent metals. So in this process, the metals can be distorted due to heating issue. Safety concerns. UV radiations, fumes, fire hazards, this occurs, so we need safety precautions. Not suitable for very thin sheet. If we want to weld very thin sheet, that can possible in fusion welding process, because we are melting the metals. So if the metal is very thin, then it is impossible to weld by the use of fusion welding process. These are few applications of fusion welding process. Construction of bridges, ships, pressure vessels, pipelines, etc. can be joined or can be created using fusion welding process. In automobile and aerospace industry, fusion welding process is used. In repair works like machinery tools or broken parts, fusion welding is used. So these are the applications, disadvantages, advantages, the process and the principle of fusion welding process. Hope this video was useful for you. Thank you for watching this video. For more updates, subscribe this channel and hit the bell icon.